When World of Warcraft launched in 2004, the gaming world had already seen online role-playing games before. However, none of them had truly broken into the mainstream. MMORPGs, or massively multiplayer online role-playing games, were often complex, slow, and difficult for new players to understand. Only a dedicated group of gamers usually spent time exploring these massive online worlds. But everything changed when Blizzard Entertainment released World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft, often called WoW by fans, was built on the foundation of Blizzard's earlier strategy game universe, Warcraft. Players were already familiar with the world of Azeroth, its races, its conflicts, and its rich fantasy lore. What Blizzard did next was transform that universe into a living online world where millions of players could interact at the same time. And instead of simply controlling armies like in the Warcraft strategy games, players could now become heroes themselves. From the moment players entered the game, they were free to create their own character and choose from different fantasy races and classes. Humans, orcs, night elves, tauren, and many others each had their own starting areas and stories. Players could become warriors, mages, rogues, priests, hunters, and more, each class offering unique abilities and gameplay styles. The world of Azeroth was enormous and filled with forests, deserts, mountains, cities, and hidden secrets. Players could explore, complete quests, defeat monsters, gather resources, craft equipment, and interact with thousands of other players online. This sense of scale was something gaming had never truly experienced before. But the true brilliance of World of Warcraft was how accessible it was compared to earlier MMORPGs. Previous online role-playing games often required complicated systems that discouraged new players. Blizzard simplified many mechanics, making the game easy to understand while still offering deep long-term progression. The user interface was intuitive. The quest system clearly guided players through the world, and the game rewarded exploration and teamwork. Players quickly found themselves spending hours inside Azeroth. The social aspect of World of Warcraft became one of its most powerful features. Unlike single-player games, WoW encouraged cooperation. Players could form groups to complete difficult quests and explore dangerous dungeons filled with powerful enemies. Guilds also became a major part of the experience. A guild was essentially a community of players who worked together regularly. Guild members helped each other level up, shared resources, and prepared for the most difficult challenges in the game. Those challenges were known as raids. Raids were large-scale missions where groups of players, sometimes up to 40 people, worked together to defeat incredibly powerful bosses. These encounters required coordination, strategy, communication, and skill. For many players, defeating a raid boss felt like achieving something truly legendary. As word spread about this massive online world, the player base began growing at an incredible speed. Within just a few years, World of Warcraft had millions of active subscribers. At its peak, the game reached over 12 million players worldwide, making it the most successful MMORPG in history at the time. Gaming had never seen anything like it. Blizzard continued expanding the game with major expansions that added new continents, storylines, dungeons, and characters. The first expansion, the Burning Crusade, allowed players to explore the shattered world of Outland and introduced new playable races. It also increased the level cap, giving players even more progression goals. Later expansions like Wrath of the Lich King introduced one of the most iconic villains in gaming history, the Lich King. Players traveled to the frozen continent of Northrend to confront this powerful enemy, experiencing one of the most memorable storylines in MMORPG history. Each expansion refreshed the game, bringing both returning players and newcomers back into Azeroth. Another reason for World of Warcraft's success was Blizzard's commitment to constant updates. New patches regularly introduced fresh content, balance changes, seasonal events, and improvements to the game systems. This ensured that the world of Azeroth always felt alive and evolving. Beyond gameplay, World of Warcraft also had a massive cultural impact. The game inspired books, comics, animated shorts, merchandise, and even a major Hollywood movie. Memes and references to WoW appeared across the internet, and famous celebrities openly talked about playing the game. For many players, WoW became more than just entertainment. It became a social space where friendships formed and communities grew. Some players spent years exploring the world together. In many ways, World of Warcraft helped shape the modern gaming industry. It demonstrated how powerful live service games could be. Instead of releasing a game once and moving on, developers could support and expand a game for years. This model influenced countless future titles. World of Warcraft also showed how online communities could become central to the gaming experience. Guilds, player cooperation, and shared adventures created emotional connections that single-player games rarely achieved. Even as gaming technology advanced and new MMORPGs appeared, World of Warcraft remained a dominant force in the genre. Many competing games tried to replicate its success, but few managed to reach the same level of global popularity. The game continued evolving with new expansions, graphical improvements, and gameplay changes designed to keep the experience fresh for both veteran players and newcomers. Today, nearly 2 decades after its original release, World of Warcraft still holds a special place in gaming history. It wasn't just another online game. It was the MMO that proved a persistent virtual world could bring millions of people together in a shared adventure. From epic raids and legendary loot to unforgettable friendships and guild rivalries, World of Warcraft created memories that millions of players still cherish today. Its influence can be seen across modern multiplayer games, live service titles, and online communities. What began as an ambitious experiment in 2004 became a global gaming phenomenon that changed the industry forever. And for those who once stepped into Azeroth, the call to adventure never truly disappears.